Today we are looking at Van Eck's sequence. The sequence goes like this. We start with a 0, which is followed by another 0, followed by a 1, followed by a 0, and so on. Can you find the pattern? It's a bit hard to find, so let's go through the sequence together. There are two rules. The first is that if the number has been seen before in the sequence, we add a 0 to the sequence. We have not yet seen a 0, as this is our first number, so we add a 0 to our sequence. The next rule is that if we have seen the number before, we must find how many terms there have been since the number last appeared. We last saw 0 one term ago, so we add a 1 to our sequence. We have not yet seen a 1 in our sequence, so we use our first rule to add a 0 to our sequence. 2 terms ago, we saw a 0, so we add a 2 to our sequence. We haven't seen a 2 before, so we add a 0 to our sequence. A 0 occurred 2 terms ago, so we add a 2. And a 2 occurred 2 terms ago, so we add another 2. If we continue to do this, we will get a sequence. But what happens if we keep going? Let's find out. Here, I've written some simple code to calculate and graph our sequence up to however many terms we want. Let's start with 10 terms. As expected, we get the sequence that we just looked at. We have 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, and so on. Now let's try 100 terms. Here, we see the numbers getting higher and higher as we move through the sequence. What about 1,000 terms? Here, we see that we continue to get that overall increase, creating a sort of triangle shape. Next, we'll try 10,000 terms. Now we can really see our triangle coming into shape. And finally, 100,000 terms. The result we get is an almost perfect triangle with a gradient of 1. This is one of the amazing characteristics of the Van Eck sequence.